Hi guys, this is Starcraft and welcome to yet another Starcraft English commentary. This is gonna be very interesting, series of potentially best of three here. The winner set between Saber and Best as part of round of 32 Group H of StarcastTV Starleague 2023. Best came out as a surprising winner in the encounter against Barracks, but his next opponent is going to be more difficult. It's going to be a mountain. Best, of course, one of the Hall of Fame inducee here. He's been induced in this Hall of Fame for a long time already, and he's pioneered a lot of kind of game plans against Zerg as well, macro style. Very crazy gateway production in the mid game against Zerg, and the map is once again Vermeer, and the two players are in the exact identical locations as the first game between Best and Hyun here. So very identical build. He's gone for gateway first as well, and he's gonna try to do some kind of harassments first on these drones here. Nothing is done for the time being, just attacking and making drones mine a little bit less efficiently. But it will be up to the Zealot to do the bulk of the heavy work here. So let's see about that. Alright, let's see. We have a Overlord seeing exactly what's happening at Best front door. Another Overlord is in the middle of the map. The Zealot comes out, so please enjoy this series of intense action. The drone tried to stop the Zealot again, but so far no luck. Or maybe we're gonna see some luck now. Yeah, the drone tries to really control and stop this Zealot from attacking. And yeah, that drone's gonna be careful because Hyun lost a drone in the previous game. Very careless in this exact positions. We have, okay, we just have the Nexus coming up now. We have, oh, once again a drone died! How the heck does Saber lose a drone like that? Mind you, when you have a Zealot and a probe, you can kill the drone with 2 Zealot hits and 1 or 2 probe hits, depending how close together you hit the drone. So as a Zerg player, you need to have to constantly move your drones, and as soon as you take the first hit, it's gonna be time to just go somewhere else. Very nice rotation of the Zerglings, but now that's gonna be ending, and this probe is buying so much time. It was a mistake by Saber not to target the probe early in the in the battles, and now look at this. I think Best can just go for, without even Forge in the front, he can go for something like Cybercore, because he's having so much success inside his enemy's base. The second Zealot and the third Zealot are going to be joined in fray, but I think by then, these Zerglings would have been freed. So I don't know if he's going to pull back. He doesn't pull back. He goes for the attack, man. The probe is still alive. So, oh, that's good though. The scouting probe is finally dead. Now the two Zealots are going to be hiding in the corner once again. So Best doesn't need to make a cannon. He can just chill wherever he is. Make a cannon later when the Zerglings start to come out. So yeah, for the time being, these two Zealots are gonna be attacking the drones on the periphery here. No, he pulls back, seeing a number of Zerglings. Yeah, not that many Zerglings in the main though, but enough to make these two Zealots not able to attack anything. The Zealot will give some nice vision of the main, and he will see the lack of the lair here, as well as no drones on gas. So he knows that the kind of build that his enemy is going for is not gas intensive, at least not for the time being, and he's gonna be safe against attacks from the air, because Mutualists are very gas intensive and Hydralists not so. Finally, we have gas resuming on the assimilators. Supply wise, Best 39 and Saber 27, so quite standard. I don't think Best is that much ahead, but he's got some successes in the earliest stage of the game. The third base is now at the 9 o'clock position, not at the 11 o'clock position like the previous games. Is that a Hydrant? Okay, no, that is a Sunken. This is a very interesting build here. He goes for a Sunken instead of investing in more Zerglings. But now the Zealot starts to move out, and that is going to be the time, the signal for the Zerglings to move in. But he does that before the Sunken completes, so I don't know if the Sunken will get cancelled here. No, the Sunken, the creep colony is already done, so it's just gonna be the question of whether he would not morph the sunken or not. He would need to keep that creep colony. Zelle with speed comes through, and this is an over commitment by Best. He's trying very hard. Oh my god, he's doing very well against a huge group of Zerlings, and he's killing so many Zerlings. Just 4 Zerlings, 5 Zerlings remaining. And Hydroden in the front, so this is, I think, not yet scouted by Best, but he knows that it can only be Hydrodis attack because, yeah, not enough gas to go for Mutualist, so might as well just skip Stargate. Yeah, he skipped Stargate, I think. The kind of skipping Stargate build is just really genius these days. And he doesn't need to put up another cannon because by the time the Hydrodis gets here, Zealot leg will have finished and he can just walk out with like 25 Zealots with Lex upgrade. Another hatchery and the Evolution Chamber comes up, so maybe Saber is giving up on the idea of assaulting the front because it's got an Overlord there already, right? It's somewhere in here hidden, I think. No, it goes all the way to the bottom. So maybe he knows that his enemy will be skipping Stargate. I don't know how he got that star set, but he could expect because he knows, his enemy knows he didn't take that much gas in the main, and he knows his enemy knows that the lair was not built in the main, so the natural response would be to go for no Stargate, and knowing that, he just skipped the attack and just stay home. Just build enough Hydrolis, and then drone up, as well as prepare some Sunkens. Zerlings are gonna retreat here, 7 Zealots without legs, without +1. But we will see those upgrades kicking in soon. Very powerful Protoss army. And yeah, Hydrodis number isn't so bad. There's 6 Hydrodis in the expansion, but the third base have no Hydrodis for the time being. We have a single Sunken that is quite nicely tucked behind SimCities, so that's great. This Zealot's gonna try the frontal attack here at the expansion, but no luck, and yeah, they're gonna have to retreat. So for the time being, Saber is holding his ground quite well. Let me try to lower the resolution a little bit so that we get some, less lag happening here for you guys. The battles had begun already, and yeah, a lot of drones are getting pulled here, so Saber will have to try his best to do the damage here. Okay, that's kind of really terrible lag. I apologize for that. Alright, looks like the battles is looking very tense. Drones are getting pulled here. And yeah, Zealots are gonna shred those Hydrodis to pieces because no SimCity is created. We have a slight SimCity here, but Zealots are still very strong with the +1 upgrades. And Best is doing decent damage, but Saber is still alive. After that battles, 60 supply for Best and Saber 51, so not so bad, and no cannon behind this. So is Best in trouble? I don't know. He can produce a Dark Templar because overall speed is probably not yet done. But behind the Saber is having some nice economy with very healthy drone saturation. The first Dark Templar goes out. He's gonna go for drone hunting here at the 9 o'clock position. Okay, switch back into Spire. Very interesting. We have no course at all, so yeah, we're gonna have to rely mainly on Dragoons here to get the job done. Some Zealot and Dark Templar goes through. That Dark Templar is getting focused upon by Saber, and that's Best saved the Dark Templar, losing 2 Zealots, so that's not bad. Yeah, that Spire is gonna be a problem for Best later, I think. He needs to think about how to deal with that in the later parts of the game. Okay, 2 Zerling just checking in the situation. He wants to see if there's a Dark Archon somewhere. That's gonna be what he wants to look for. And more Zealot comes out just to, just poke at the Zerg defense here. Looks like the attacks from Best is not yet finished, but this number of small Zealots is not good enough to get the job done. He definitely will need to pull back. He's going for a lot of gateway inside his main. Alright, and the Spire is almost completed, but the first round of Dragoons is coming out here. So I don't know. The attack from Best needs to come out soon, because otherwise Mutual is gonna be all over his his pro blind. We have 5 HTs. Okay, looks like Best is not yet ready to move out yet. Overall speed just completed, and I think we should see some Mutualists coming out soon, but for some unknown reason, we don't see them just yet. Best is kind of lagging in supply compared to Saber. Saber 83 and Best is only 97. Of course, this is just a mid game yet, so we still have a long way to go. But the second round of Dragoons are coming out, so the anti-air, measures from Best is looking good. But he will need to cover his probe line carefully. I think we have some Overlord hunting for observers, but there are no observers in that area. And look at this, guys. What is this? 7, 8 Mutualists coming out. We even have an observer, but there are no what are those things called? Lurkers yet in the area. And yeah, Saber is doing surprisingly well, for his status as a kind of new player. That Dark Templar is going to die. That's unfortunate for Best. But it's smart, but it needs to spot. And now cannons might be going up in the main. Okay, cannons gonna be going up in the main. We have a huge attack, but those Hydralisks are walking in a single file though. And yeah, a lot of Hydralisks got damaged, but not enough to really take them out. And Best is holding the ground, but the Mutualists should be coming in for some kind of harassment, I think, at some point. Okay, looks like both of the players are juggling for position, not really seeing a clear victors in the battles here, but if Best can get his third base up, then the game will go on for some time. Looks like Saber is looking forward to go for his fifth base as well. At the bottom left corner of the screen, cannons and Dragoons in position to intercept. Yeah, Best need to hold hard here. The Mutualists might combo with the Hydralisks to go for this base and not going into the main. Some cannons are getting ready to go up. Mutualists go inside the main, but Dragoons are here to intercept. So they will have to run out. They're going to try to take a couple of stab at the... oh my god, a single HD gets sniped. That's a little bit unlucky for Best. 11 Mutualists is a lot. 2 cannons is up though. So Best defenses aren't so bad. He's going to need to put up more cannons. Best supply 120, Saber 117, and Saber is going for the new base. So we're officially kind of entering late game, I think. We don't see Defilers yet, but the Protoss has reached the end of its text tree. And I think he knew he would need to go for High Templar energy upgrade at some point. I really love that upgrade from Protoss, especially when he's on 3 gas, because he can be pumping out. Yeah, the upgrade is already done. Each High Templar has 250 energy, so they can cast a maximum of 3 storm. But the better thing, the more amazing thing about that upgrade is that High Templar is not able to cast any storm. The amazing thing about that upgrade is that when you HT leaves the gateway, you have like 70 or 69 energy already. So it would take just like 3 seconds to get your first storm ready, which is really critical in late game situation, because Zerg likes to go for counter attack with Defilers and Lurkers and Ultralists. So the moment your cannons fall, if your HT can cast a storm, it really helps in the defense until the rest of your army arrive back at your expansion. Look at the Zerg arsenal of weapons here. Lurkers and Zerglings and Hydralisks and Mutualists, we are not seeing what are those guys called, Defilers and Ultralists just yet, but we will see them soon. Zerg going for a counterattack, and some of the Protoss units are backing up, but he needs to be careful. He needs to kind of babysit this 4th base until he can get cannons and High Templar in position. Looks like Zerg comes in with some Mutualists, but yeah, Saber pulls back. No upgrades on the Mutualists at all. So those Mutualists are only to snipe HT. They're not meant for any kind of attacks. Drones getting saturated at the bottom base, so both of the players are inclined to just sit home and do nothing, which is kind of nice for us. In the late game, we could see some amazing macro battles in the middle. Supply-wise, Best is 161 and Saber 159. Cannons are getting up already. Looks like Best is going for the frontal attack. Let's see if we see some backstab from Saber. Where's the goddamn observer? You are walking into a freaking Lurker minefield here. Observer might get sniped. We just have a single observer. Looks like the rest of the Zerg army comes back though. No counter attack, no backstab from Zerg. Observer is finally getting sniped, but all of the Mutualists get destroyed. And the counter attack from the bottom side is completely smashed. Best save, I think, almost all of his Dragoon, which is what he needs, because Zelle can be easily built. And the 4th base is secure as well with a lot of cannons, so he's feeling great. But now the question is, can he also break the Zerg defense and take out some bases? Alright, looks like fresh troops arrived for Best here in the middle of the map. He is gonna attend the bust again. He's having very few observers. He hasn't made observers for a long time or something because he's got his robo like 10 minutes ago. So I don't know about that. But anyways, the Zerg might still go for the counter-attack here at the 9 o'clock base. You need to block that with some kind of pylons in the front or something. Dragoons against Zerglings isn't great. But nice preemptive storm takes out a lot of Zerglings. He needs to pull back the rest of the Dragoons. He doesn't really care or something. He just moved forward with just everything, taking out Overlords, Lurkers, yeah, the lack of Defilers is really a distress here for Saber. But he was able to snipe both of the observers, but maybe not really useful. Still 5 HTs remain, and they can cast another beautiful storm, attacking a very large group of Hydralisks there and driving them back. Supply-wise, Best is now 160. Saber is down to 123, but Zerg can survive on low supply for a long time. When do we see the Reaver attack? That's going to be the question. Reaver switch will need to be imminent because Defilers are very, much a pain in the butt to fight with. Alright, we don't see any Defiler attack in position. More cannons going up, but against Darkstorm later, then cannon is just a dead weight. I think we have HT trying to just body block the Zerglings. All of the Zerglings have died, and Zelle coming to enforce here. No Defilers in place, and this group of Lurkers is going to be falling. Nice observer killed though, but we have a second observer. This observer has speed upgrade, so he moves very fast. Sometimes that is working against the Protons player because it's easier to snipe the observer if it moves forward a little bit too fast. But anyways, the angle isn't great for Best, but he's doing okay. His Dragoon count is just humongous. He's got like 35 freaking Dragoons, man. He doesn't even need to make anything else with Dragoons. And usually Dragoons against Zerglings isn't great, but he's having a nice time. And nice storm all over units into the Darkstorm, making them completely unusable here. And Zealot's support comes. You need to pull back the Dragoons before the shields die down, I think. But Zealot can attack on the Darkstorm, and that's great. No more Lurkers, so these Zealot can go to work with the Zerglings. Supply-wise, Best 150, Saber 75. This is near the end, guys. We're going to be looking forward to the next games. And I'm sorry for the lag. I tried to fix it in the next game. But if you like this cast, if you like Best, you can buy me coffee. The link is in the video description. And have a good day. Bye-bye.